being rude. Right. Anyway, so Chris Wells. This is Chris's Mazda MX5. The end of his first season in hill climbing.
Yep, and a few sprints.
Yeah. Sprints.
Yep.
So we start really with, how did you get into doing hill climbing? You're in a road car, which is great because it means you can drive to the events and away from the events and all that sort of stuff. And how's your first season gone?
Well, I got into it really by accident. I mean, I've always had a liking of cars of various sorts, but I came across a chap called Jonathan Williamson, who is a friend of a friend, who's been doing hill climbing in a Porsche for many, many, many years and loads of experience. And I was lucky enough to bump into him. And he said, why don't you come along to Wiscombe and a couple of other venues as well? And so I went along and enjoyed it, and all the variety of cars, and they're very nice, friendly people. And so I thought, well, I'll give it a go. So the part of the difficult thing was to decide what sort of car to get. But a road car, obviously you can drive there, drive back. You don't need a trailer and a towing vehicle and so on and so forth. And just sort of see, you know, give it a bit of a go. So settled on an MX5, as you know, they're relatively affordable and you can do quite a lot to them without spending too much money. And so that's how it started. And then I thought, well, I'll just give it a bit of a go. And then when you go along, you meet people and they say, oh, have you tried this? And have you tried that? And have you tried this? So all the things, I sort of keep doing more and more and more things to it.
It evolves, doesn't it?
It evolves. You think, right, I'm done now. I've done everything I'm going to do. And then you speak to someone, you think, oh, no, I could do that. I could do that. I could do that. And I've just really enjoyed it. I've done slightly better than I thought I would, which is not great, but I did slightly better than I thought I would. I'm still here in one piece. And yeah, just loving it. The atmosphere of everybody that goes with it, the help and support you get from people, even people sort of much further up the food chain than me, and all the guys in my class, they're all really helpful and friendly, and yeah, it's just a great atmosphere and a great sport.
Bristol Motor Club have actually got the MX5 championships, haven't they? Because they've got 2 championships going. And that's excellent, isn't it? Because there's a lot more people out there with MX5 who can give you information and what they've done, etc.
Absolutely, it's quite a popular car. There's quite a lot of them out there in the next class up that have got turbochargers on them. That much more powerful, but I haven't gone down that route. And just having great fun in, you know, in the A2 class, the road going class. And started doing a few sprints, which I've really enjoyed. Still learning all the time. So yeah, it's been great fun.
So that's your first season.
That's my first season.
You've come away happy at the end of it.
Yeah, well, I'm really looking forward to the next one. So, a sprint at Clay Pigeon coming up as a test day, and then an event there, and then really looking forward to the first one in April at Wiscombe, because Wiscombe's a great bunch of people. I go along there and help out, and they're a great, you know, great crowd.
You come along to the working parties as well, which help keep the venue up together, which is a great social thing, as well as doing the you know, the maintenance on the hill and all that.
Yeah, they're great.
There's a lot of humour there, isn't there?
Great bunch of people, and I've also got through the people there, got roped into doing some marshalling, which I had no intention of doing. I had no intention of doing this, but it just sort of, it's grown like Topsy, really. And so I've done some marshalling, which actually has proved to be, you know, good fun as well.
It's beneficial because it gives you an insight into how an event runs.
You see the other side of the fence. Yeah, absolutely.
So tell us a bit about the car. Now, I'm looking there and I see you've got massive, great inlet trumpets and things like that, and small little battery, and
which let me down this morning, I have to say. But yeah, so it's been it's had some modifications that are allowed within the road going class, because different classes allow different levels of modification. But this has had remapping and high lift cams, 4-into-1 exhaust, and the throttle bodies, they're the prettiest bit of it.
Yeah, beautiful.
Lightweight battery. This winter, it's had all the bushes have been replaced with poly bushes, and had a limited slip diff put into it. So I've thrown quite a lot of things at it. And then every time I think, right, that's it, I'm done, as I said earlier, when I think it's done, someone comes up with something, I think, oh, I'll do that, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Whether I'll get any quicker is another matter. The problem is not really the car.
Yeah.
This is the problem.
It's, you know, it's your first season. You can't expect to sort of, you know, do too well. It's getting to the end of the season without actually doing any damage.
No,
it's the thing, isn't it?
Very limited.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but it's all good fun.
Yeah.
And you think, you know, if you get just that little bit quicker and that little bit quicker. So the very first time I went up Wiscombe, it was like a shopping trip really. It took me 66 seconds. At the end of the season, I got down to 50.16.
Yeah.
I couldn't quite break the 50, but obviously that's the target for this year.
That's the thing, isn't it? Because you're always looking to improve on your personal best. You're not looking to set the world right. It's your personal best is the thing, isn't it?
Just beat that. Just get that little bit quicker, and yeah, it's just been great fun.
Yeah, good. And you can use it as a road car as well. I mean, you've driven down here today with it.
Yes, you can. It's fine. It's absolutely fine, and it's literally just gone through its MOT and all the rest of it, so that's all good. But you know, with the sort of uprated suspension, uprated engine mounts, all the soundproofing stripped out, you know, it's not the sort of thing that you
wouldn't go and buy half a dozen eggs.
No. You know, it's a challenge to sort of drive a long distance, but it's fine. It's fine. It does the job.
Oh, lovely. Well, thank you for that. Good luck for this season coming up.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure that you'll improve on your 50-second time still before the end of the year. But
I do hope so.
It's all done in hundredths of a second, so you haven't got to rush.